start. Personally, I'm most interested to interact with Alexander because not only was he an interesting part of our last session, in our session 0, he's one of the only ones that I didn't really get to interact with at all.
Fair.
Yeah, I just kind of did my own thing.
Next.
You did, and that slushy paid the price for it.
And so did Sammy.
Yeah, but the slushy.
Dean wasn't so happy with me either.
Alright, who's next?
I'll go next. Hang on, let me look at the character names. I'm getting there. I swear I'm getting there.
Gen, Ray, Alexander.
At this moment, I think I'm the most excited to interact for the first time because my last interaction with Ray was hilarious in the session 0. Just thank you for helping and not shooting us. Of course, I'm an American.
Indeed.
What?
Those god-awful Maltese pirates.
Maltese pirates, what you gonna do with them? If we're gonna
World's
everywhere
most
these days.
obscure but true villain.
True villain campaign has always been Maltese pirates, man. God damn.
Alright, who's next?
Go ahead, Alex. You can go. I'll go last.
Okay, well, the character that I want to interact with at the moment is, well, I can see my character interacting with Ray more than Gen and Daniel, because I feel like for Alexander with Daniel, it'll be Daniel will be nonstop talking about homework and work in general. Gan will probably force Alexander to work out, and then there's Ray.
There's Ray.
Ray will just get you killed.
No.
I love how in there's Ray.
Oof!
No.
Like, the only requirement is being Ray.
Being Ray. I'd
like to believe that the standard was being not Gen or Daniel, honestly.
I mean, is it though?
I mean, considering Ray got his friend killed.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I'm seconding you.
Killed.
It was an accident. Like, it was an accident. It also wasn't truly his fault. It was their fault. Not,
Daniel will keep you in safe situations. Gen will keep you alive. Ray?
And then Ray will just kill you.
I say that as someone who also selected Ray, but still.
Okay.
Alright, that just leaves you, Skull.
Now me. Out of every it's hard because Ray would go with everyone, but I think at least Ray would probably interact more with probably Daniel, or just because sort of like I think they might have some interesting conversations with like physical, in terms of more medicine, maybe physical education, maybe, and also some other stuff, different lives and all that. Since Daniel is like I see him as more like a quiet introvert, and I would see maybe Ray as a more extrovert. Maybe. So I would just see how that goes.
Alright. Sweet. So
Interesting.
I actually like everyone's answers. We'll see how it goes once we actually get into the fray, because this will be a session where everyone is going to be in the same centralized kind of location.
Can we have a Maltese parrot teacher?
They usually do not take up teaching because they're busy being pirates and hanging out with Somalians.
Hey, I will say, I will defend in Malta we do have teachers. I will defend.
Do you have teachers that are also pirates?
No.
Then the point remains.
Alright,
Like I said,
101.
because Maltese pirates are too busy being pirates and chilling with Somalians.
Oh my god.
Maybe you'll have a teacher who will teach you about Maltese pirates. They're infamous the world around.
Damn, I can't be a pirate with my scars.
Oh my god.
Marhawa Academy was founded in 1958 as a private boarding academy to better cultivate the potential of the most gifted and promising students. The school started out as just a high school in the Japanese archipelago island chain, primarily based on the island of Toshima. But as the school gained more prestige internationally, the school would expand to covering primary, middle, and high school internationally around the 1960s. But as the school grew, it struggled with funding and upkeep, so this led to the school taking hefty investments from more wealthy figures. To greatly expand the school's funding and programs and further grow the institution's international prominence, the school received a financial backing and partnership with Umbrella around 1977. This partnership would be very fruitful for the school until the Raccoon City outbreak, where the school would split financially from Umbrella to avoid being taken down with Umbrella. After submitting to a full UN investigation, it was found that the institution was completely in the clear and not connected to any of Umbrella's wrongdoing. This multi-leveled school represents among the top 10% of the higher education world, and its grads are highly sought after. The school is currently ran by its headmistress, Mother Gracia, who took after her father, who took after the original founder, her grandfather. Now, let's begin. Ray and Gen, you two find yourself on travel to the school on a bus, basically approaching a very secluded area that's very fenced in, but looks very lavish and very well built. The class you're part of is immeasurably big as you move towards the main ceremony. As you sit down, the main headmistress of the school, Mother Gracia, comes out and starts addressing the school, what she looks like. You're eventually brought into the main assembly, and Mother Gracia basically walks in, very commanding, but still feminine, in nunly robes, as the school started out religious, but went away from that, but still respects some of its traditions. She gives her speech and says, "I'd like to welcome all of you to Marhawa Academy. This is a privilege that very few ever get to see, and it's something that my family has strived for many years to perfect and do correct. I wish you all the best of luck in everything you do here and everything you do in life, and I care for each of my students very deeply, and the very first part of your initiation here is to be assigned to either House Beacon or House Constellation. May all of you make a single file line."
Gen stands, and he's probably wearing a fairly nice suit, not his normal wear, and gets in line.
Bray will also sort of stand up, dressed in. It's an okay suit, though it's a little bit freckled. So it's like it's been a while since it's been pulled out of the shed or like the closet. So he just sort of goes behind the line, readying himself.
Man, out here in Hawaii, we don't have actual storage for clothing. We just check out our tool shed.
Oh, shed, sorry, the closet. Like English.
What, you're telling me you don't have a storage volcano in Virginia? Yeah. Everybody has a storage volcano.
Yes, it exploded all the clothes.
Alright, so as you follow in line, you can basically see everyone moving very briskly and with purpose. Everyone looks mostly serious and to the point. To this point, I would say that Ray, as you're walking forward, you find yourself behind a very taller Japanese kid. And as you're taking in the sights, you basically have someone accidentally like trip and kind of thud you, and you push into his back a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Ah, I look back at whoever tripped or
Kind of straightens his suit back out.
Sorry about that.
Where you going, man?
I'm fine. Just someone bumped into me, and you were in front. Sorry, man.
It's alright, I guess. It's not your fault then.
None of us it was none of our faults. Just unfortunate luck.
Not like did anything anyway. Couple
Yeah.
rumples, easily fixed.
Yeah, they can be fixed. Yeah.
So where are you coming from?
Like,
Throws back over his shoulder.
from Hawaii. Swimming. You?
Right here in Japan.
Uh.
Bio and Aikido.
Yeah, swimming and PE for me. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll be thrown the same mix. Who knows?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Both got in on a physical, so
Yeah. Maybe,
makes sense.
Probably. Who knows? Only whatever the system will be. Only that can tell who's going where. I'm Ray.
Who knows? Again, and he actually will like turn back and offer his hand.
He'll shake you back with his hand. Decent grip.
Gen's got a pretty strong one as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they just flip a coin when we get up there. One side's got constellations on it, the other side's got
passion.
the other house, and
Yeah.
whichever one it lands on.
That, maybe a card draw, die throw, who knows? Don't know, I'm not sure.
Honestly, it could be about as effective as some of the other ways I've seen people divide people.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alright, as you two make small talk, you eventually make your way to the podium stage. And as you get up, you notice that there's been a little bit of a bird fountain set up. And pretty much each student kind of sticks their hands in it and grabs something, and as they pull it up, you can see like what they're getting from that bowl they hand to Mother Gracia. Then she does a little bit of a cross on them, and then you see them being assigned to their houses. Again, you come up first. You see this murky bird fountain where the water is basically like this yellowish beige color with a little bit of a pyramid sticking up in it that looks like a miniature obelisk.
Gen kind of raises an eye, but is he being instructed to reach his hand in?
Yeah, everyone else has been putting both their hands into the bowl.
Alright, then Gen will mimic what he saw other people doing.
And as you do, you put your hand in the bowl and you eventually start feeling like different magnetic shapes in the bowl. Then as you basically grab them, they form together and close in. And as you pull it up, you basically raise it up out, and you can see that basically what you pull up is like a miniature diorama of that.
Gen will kind of tilt his head sideways, but hand it to Mother Gracia.
Then Mother Gracia takes it and she says, "Child, this house represents courage, strength, methodology, being thorough, and this represents the very resourceful part of our students. You have been assigned to," and she basically wipes the water off of it, then does the cross tap on you, House Constellation. And you go back to your seat. Ray, your turn.
Yeah. I step up, take the bowl, and mimic what everyone's been doing.
It's mostly the same. Then as you do it, you notice that it starts to form. And then as it forms, it basically turns into a very solid shape that doesn't look nowhere near as pieced together as Gen's did. As you pull your little diorama out the bowl, it looks like...
Okay. I show it, so I sort of look at it, curious, but then I'll go up to Mother Gracia and hand it to her.
Mother Gracia takes it. "Child, this represents House Beacon. This is for our most thoughtful, most well-organized, and this will represent possibly the next leaders of the world. Whereas the other house was resourceful, you rely on your brain and only tactfully pull brawn. And then she wipes the water off, does the cross thing on you. You've been assigned to House Beacon.
Thank you, Mother Gracia. As I give a nod and put the balls back to where it was and return back to my seat.
Okay, pausing your guys' scene. 1 year later, Alex, your turn. It's essentially the same ceremony I said to Gen and Ray, and you're in line. And you notice that this year the water is not like very beigey or tan colored, but it seems to be more of like a dark lavender. And it's your turn to the bowl.
Alexander will walk nervously to the bowl. It's been a while, probably a month or so since he got the letter. He still hasn't got the answers to his questions about how the academy was able to think that he would have completed their little test. While walking up to the thing, gently dips his hands and grabs whatever's in it.
Pretty much as you dip it in, you notice that the water has a little bit of a resistance to it as it drags on your fingers. And then as you basically pull your way down the miniature obelisk, you can feel the same thing that Gen and Ray felt, and it assembles into a shape. Then as you pull it out, you pull out the same symbol that Gen did, except it's more of a bluish color. And then Mother Gracia will assign you to House Constellation with the same speech. 1 following year later, Daniel, you find yourself in line, very notably shorter than everyone else, to the point of where like you have a little bit of a hard time seeing like the stage just in the sea of people. Then as you're walking, pretty much you lean out to get a better look, then you see a little bit of a thud. Well, you don't see a thud. You hear a thud on the back of your shoulder. It'll be a bit of a blonde-haired Japanese kid, and it'll basically turn to you, hey, you're holding up the line. Get going.
I am sorry. I will move quicker.
And as you do, you eventually get to the fountain on the stage. And this time it's very much like a dark maroon color in the bowl.
So they're just supposed to reach our hands in this thing? Everybody in this line? That's a lot of spread of bacteria. Can I wear my gloves? Please?
Who are you saying this to, just out of curiosity?
Whoever seems to be in charge of the bowl.
Mother Gracie will give you a bit of a flat look. And then she'll basically look to one of like the handful of security personnel around the school and basically goes. Then you'll basically see that he basically pulls out like 2 very flimsy like little nylon gloves and just hands them to you. And everyone's giving you a look like, come on, man, we're trying to get through this.
I will move quicker. I imagine that as he pulls one of them on, like the pinky rips, and he has a mini panic attack. But after he gets them mostly on-ish, he'll reach his hands into the bowl.
As you reach your hand into the bowl, you notice that this one's, unlike the last 3 descriptors I gave, this almost doesn't even feel like water at all. It pretty much feels almost like a bit of a gel as you stick your hands into it. Then as you basically grab the symbol in the bowl, as it forms and you pull it out, you notice that it's basically like a bright yellow to represent the year that you came to the academy. And as you hand the symbol, Mother Gracia gives you the speech of, child, you are very methodical, enlightened, cautious, and have potential to go far. You've been assigned to House Beacon. And she
While
does
Daniel
the
is
prayer cross.
while Daniel is smiling and like nodding along, he's also very quickly trying to get off the nylon gloves so he can rub his hands with his disinfectant.
You do, and you go back to your seat. Now, this next scene happens essentially the same for everyone else, regardless of what year you came to the academy. The other teachers basically come up and give like a little miniature speech about what to expect at Marhawa, how proud they are of everyone. And then as it comes to a close, you basically see some people in the back pull back the curtain on the back of the stage. And you see the school crest, which is basically a cursive M on the wall, over an obelisk in the background. And then the skylight starts to open as Mother Gracia holds her arms out. May you all have a gifted time in our academy, and do your best. And the lights will start to shift out, and everyone gets to make their way into their dorms. Everyone roll me a 1d4.
Ooh, a dice roll, a randomness.
Uno die fourth.
So 1d4, right?
4.
Yep.
3.
4.
3 fours?
4.
Triple 4 and a 3.
So Ray is the loner in this group.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these rolls
Can
just
2 of the
doesn't
4s
belong.
please re-roll?
Ah,
I will.
I'll do it. I gotta
I'll
take
keep it.
Oh, that's 3. Let me roll again. There you go, 1.
You could have kept the 3, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh look, it's almost in descending order.
Yeah.
Pretty much as you settle into your dorm, pretty much everything's pretty relaxed as everyone's having their schedules dropped off as far as where they're going to go and everything. You do notice that there's basically 2 people assigned to every room. And as you start laying your stuff out, you notice that there's basically 2 twin beds, a desk, a computer, and like basic stuff you'd need in your room. And as you go in, you're given a key card that has your room number labeled on it, which yours is 703. Anything Gen would be thinking or doing or feeling while he's unpacking and just taking everything in?
I think he'd, is there a window to his room?
Yeah, all the rooms have like one window because they face like the back of a wall.
Then he'd probably just find himself gazing out at it, just like, man, finally here. It's been so surreal kind of thing. And he'll unpack his gi, kind of set that in a place of honor, and then just like put the rest in, I don't know, a drawer or something.
Okay. All right, you get set up and pretty much you notice that like how the buildings are divided is that you have them split down the middle. One side's like the boys' dorms of that house, and the other side's like the girl dorms of that house. You pack and everything goes into nightfall, and you notice that your other roommate doesn't arrive.
Scratch his head. Does it say anywhere what their name is?
Yeah, it does. Pretty much you can see on the door there's like it has listed the room number, then it has like 2 plaques that are just slide out, and you can see that where it has your last name, it also has the other last name Nivens above it.
It's not one he knows, so just gonna keep it as is. Not his job to get him.
Okay. You eventually go to sleep, and as you get ready for as you're sleeping in preparation for the next day, you basically hear a loud thudding on your door.
And then he's gonna like get out of bed, walk over. Who is it?
As you open up the door, you basically see an individual that looks like that, dressed like that too, and he kind of leans in and has aviators on, and then he goes, "Yo."
Gen just looks at him like, "You, the fuck do you want?" Not complete non-plaster.
Man, you know how to be friendly. You're roomy.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, well, my boat was a little late. They assigned me when I got to the front desk.
All right, again, I'll like move out of the way and open up.
As he
I'll be friendlier in the morning.
You see him start just taking like the duffel bag off of his shoulder and just throwing stuff on the desk, and it clanks a little bit. You eventually go back to sleep, but it's not like super quiet.
Yeah, after about a minute of it, think you could do that in the morning when we're not gonna have to be up in 5 hours?
Yeah, man, for shiz.
Thanks. And then he'll kind of like turn over, expecting it not to stop, but hoping, praying.
It does go down significantly in volume till you fall back asleep.
Well, at least he's not a complete dick.
Alex, as you basically get settled in, you can see that your room has already been inhabited by someone else who appears to be a little bit like later on into their school career. So tell me what Alex would be thinking as he's like setting up in his new house.
Well, he wouldn't feel pleased about sharing a room with another stranger. He'll probably make sure if it's like his room number, see if there's anybody else around.
You can see that your room number for your house is like 602. And the plaque above your name, as you're clearly the younger classman there, says pause.
Pause.
Yep.
Do I have a key to this door?
Yeah, you have a key card that opens your door.
Okay, I'll probably open the door.
As you open, you were already in the room, but yes, you open the door.
Look outside the hallway, see if there's anybody else out there.
There's no one creeping on you, homie.
Okay, just making sure.
You unpack and everything's pretty pleasant. And as you basically go through there, you basically see like a letter on your pillow.
Wait, so do I actually know this is actually my bed?
Yes, because it's addressed to you, and there's nothing on the other half of the room.
Oh, okay. I'll reluctantly open the letter that is addressed to me.
As you open the letter, it basically says, "Hey Alex, it's me, Sarah. I'm really proud that you're going to be here with me too. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see each other much because I'm over in the advanced quarter where basically describing in the letter like the top like 30 people of the class are housed." And she says, "But I'll make sure to stop by and see you when I can. Anyway, I'm just really happy that you're going to be here too and we can actually see one another."
That was all the letter?
Yeah.
Okay. After Alex finishes reading the letter, he is extremely doubtful about the letter and how about his sister is going to be super busy. Obviously, she would be busy, but him knowing his sister throughout the years, she would have dropped everything just to meet him. Since it's been like 2 years since she's been gone, since they talked. So I doubt she would have come meet him, since it's technically a big day for Alex. So he's high, and since with all the coincidence with the admission letter from the academy, he's very doubtful about this letter being written by his sister.
And you notice that instead of being signed with an S at the bottom, it's signed with a B.
I have a phone, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'll take the picture of the letter just in case if that letter disappears.
Okay. Ray,
Yes.
you find yourself in your room
Mhm.
of House Beacon, correct?
Yes.
That's the one they gave you?
Yes. Yes, you're correct.
As you get your stuff set up, you basically start setting everything aside. How would Ray feel as he settles into his room 308?
Room through it, how he feels. I mean, he feels. He has butterflies right now, sort of like, oh, this is like a new place I haven't been before, it's gonna be different. So he's sort of a little bit anxious, but he's trying to keep his cool. He's setting up all his stuff aside, and he's trying to keep everything like clean and make sure his side of the area is not crowded with stuff. As he's trying to settle in.
Okay, as you settle in, pretty much, you can see that the room is very well set up the same way I described to both Kevin and Chris.
Mm-hmm.
You start laying your stuff out, then you notice, and as you're setting up, you can basically see a person that looks like this come in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that he has a little bit of a necklace, wearing a bit of a brown dress shirt, and very well dressed. And you can see that there's kind of like a bit of patterns on his belt. That's a little bit of a sash. And he goes, "Hey, SA."
Buzz. Yes. So, you must be my bunkmate for now.
See? And you can see that he has just like a well-kept but worn-down backpack that he's unpacking stuff from. And you can hear him kind of like muttering in Spanish as he's unpacking stuff.
You okay there?
See, me is bien, amigo.
Okay. Ray started chuckling to himself. He tried to think what he's gonna say to him. And he's like, "So what you're studying then for this year, or while you're here?"
Oh, me? Yeah, nothing too complicated. I mostly I'm here on chemistry, and then I'm also on the swim team.
Oh, you want to see him also?
See?
I'm also on it myself.
He kind of like looks at your arms. You good?
Quite good.
Yeah. Maybe.
You doubt what I can do? Well, it's the first time we met, so maybe when we hit the pool, that might change. Maybe.
Okay. I'll take you up on that.
Well, very well then. What's your name again? I know your last name, but I don't know your first name.
Ivo.
Ivo. I'm Ray.
He'll shake your hand, and then he'll go back to packing.
Yeah. I'll also unpack my. Yeah. I'll also continue unpacking my stuff, and then. What time of day? Is it like afternoon or evening right now?
It's like evening.
Yeah. So he'll probably he'll say as he unpacks, he'll then just hit the bed and try to get some sleep for the night.
All right. 2012. Daniel.
Yes?
So, Daniel, you find yourself kind of in a crowd trying to find your room in House Beacon. And you kind of get thudded around a little bit. It's not intentionally, just it's a little chaotic with everyone trying to get into their rooms. Anything that will be going through Daniel's head?
Try to find the wall. If I can find the wall, I can find the dorm numbers and orient myself.
Okay. You
God, that
eventually
accent got away from me.
you eventually do find the wall and you make your way upstairs. And you notice when you go to swipe the key card doesn't work.
Daniel just kind of grunts and tries to swipe again.
You swipe it and it doesn't work. It just keeps flashing red on the key card indicator. It's at this point you notice that there's a little bit of a scratch in your barcode.
Ah. I had better take this back to the people who gave it to me. They won't be happy, but it cannot be helped.
Ray, while you're in your room, you notice that the door kind of makes some random noises.
He's gonna stand up and he's gonna go to the door and open up. Looks outside.
It's currently the beginning of the 2012 year, and you see this very short German boy in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Can I help you?
Oh! The door is open!
Yeah, I opened it.
Wunderbar! What is your name? I am Daniel.
Ray Kahale. I live in this room.
Well, if you live in this room, then we are roommates. I hope you will not punch me in the face.
Why should I? I got no reason to punch you. Though I'm generally a generous guy, so I look at my name tags. I imagine Paz had already it's like I'm getting a new roommate pretty much.
Paz actually after your first year got transferred to the opposite house.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, since I have no bunkmate, I mean, yeah, what's wrong? Is there a problem with couldn't open the door or something?
Daniel just lifts up his key card and kind of draws his finger under the scratch on the barcode, just like.
Yeesh, that's unfortunate.
You'd think that such a reputable academy wouldn't have small oversights like this.
Well, sometimes.
Hopefully, their medicine program does not have similar oversights.
Well, it's a decent school, but sometimes small mishaps happen, and what can you do? How about this? Let me help you. I get your new card, or I can put your stuff in here so you don't get stuffy.
You could probably see that Daniel is struggling with his bag. There are probably more books in it than there should be.
Let me help
for his classes.
Let me help you with that. Don't worry. He's gonna take your backpack, and he's with his body of 7, he'll be able to just carry it but with some struggle, but he'll put it in there calmly. There we go.
Thank you.
Heavy stuff you got here. What are you studying in? You trying to train up some heavyweight by any chance?
I am trying to become the youngest doctor in Berlin.
Certified,
of course.
Well, of course, I imagine so. For a doctor. Well, let's take care of your card now. I can show you the way. I know the school. I've been here for about 3 years now. So
that would be nice because I am very short.
You'll be fine. I'm gonna lead him to get the new card essentially.
Okay, you two go to get a new key card, and Ray, you've been here 2 years. God damn it!
Sorry, 2 years. My bad. Not 3. Math.
Everyone roll me a flat d10.
It's 2012, right?
Yep.
And D10, right?
Yep.
Yes.
7.
I rolled the 4.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
9.
Making
Nice.
up all my earlier dice.
If this is based on when we wake up, why do I imagine that Gen's just gotten 10 push-ups while Daniel's pulling out advanced medicine off his shelf?
I'm barely waking up.
Gen's bio book would be underneath him while he did the 10 push-ups.
No, every time he gets a little bit higher, Gen just puts another book underneath him, so when he falls, the book stack just catches him. Okay, we'll go in descending order. So first up, Gen. It's about... You finished like your first class for the day, and on your little tablet that everyone has at school, it'll give you like updates on when inspection is for your dorm rooms and everything. And as you're basically getting ready to go to your next class, you basically get a message on your tablet that says, "Warning, dorm inspections are tomorrow at 7 a.m. And you remember back that your roomie is not particularly, like, organized.
Another late night, I guess. And again, kind of like thinking this. Will can he contact Nivens on
You can, but Nivens has a bad habit of half the time of forgetting, like, his phone at the dorm.
One out of two. Let's see.
So the phone rings for about 2 minutes, and then you hear come out the phone, "Yo, you've reached Aaron." What was I supposed to say? Yeah, fuck it. Just leave it at the tone. See ya.
Dorm inspections are tomorrow, man. Just please clean your room. Or your half of the room, at least. And then click. And then again, we'll... How much time does he have before his next class?
You got about 30 minutes between this period, because you gotta go to the other end of the school for your bio class. You just gotta have history.
How long will that take? And how long to get to the dorm?
You won't have time to go to the dorm, but you know that your roommate Aaron has club in the early part of the day, and you'd be able to pass by the auto shop.
Alright, in that case, he'll drop by there.
Alright, as you get to the shop, it's near the basketball court, and it's like a 20 by like 40 rectangle with just some garage doors. And as you go in, you can basically see a whole bunch of people working. Then as you go to the far end, you see like a beat-up pickup truck on the far end. And you can hear coming from the radio next to it, "Don't call to come back. I've been here for years. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out," as it's playing like different rap songs.
There he is. And Gen'll jog on in.
As you
And then he'll
go ahead.
kind of kneel down to be like where he can be seen outside from under the car. There. Tap on his leg.
As you do that, you kind of tap on where he's rolled underneath the truck. Then you just hear a god damn it! And then he rolls out, and you basically just see him hit the stop button on his boombox that runs on cassette tapes. Again, what do you want?
To tell you that we've got an inspection in the morning.
Okay.
Just make sure your half the room's clean, man. You know what happened last time.
I mean, sure.
Tell you what, I'll even help you. this time.
Dude, I'm same age as you. I can clean up my goddamn room.
All right. Just tomorrow at 7, man. I really, really don't want to have to scrub the bathrooms again.
Well, at least I did the toilets last time. I saved you that.
It was also your half the room that got us into it.
You know, that's like a little lopsided when you had your Aikido equipment just sprawled all over the floor. Granted, that was random inspections that time. That was kind of bullshit, but
It was.
fair.
That's why I really would rather we not have to relive that. God, the guy's 2 rooms over. What they do to that poor bathroom.
Yeah, I'm thinking one of them has a stomach problem at this point. Because he's in there every day at like 10 a.m. for like 2 hours. Like, how much toxic waste are you pushing out at that point?
I don't know, but the sounds are terrifying. Ugh. Like you get me. I'm not trying to be a dick here, but
No, that's why I go to the other house's bathrooms. Like, shit fucking reeks.
yeah. When I can make the excuse not to use ours, I do the same.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you get back to Otto.
Yeah, I've about got it fixed. Fucking carbs fighting me like no tomorrow. And you can see that Aaron's working on like the dingiest vehicle out of everyone else in the shop.
How'd you get stuck with this one anyway? Or you choose it?
Just, look, man. There's something you gotta understand. My family's really effing poor. So when everyone else had a vehicle sent here for them to work on an auto shop, the only thing I got was my grandpappy's pickup truck.
Ah, yeah, nah. Apologies, I didn't mean to poke at that. I just, well, you know me, I'm not auto shop guy.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, could you like do me a solid?
Sure, what you need, man?
Look, kid over on the far end there, he's got the solenoid switch that I need, but he doesn't want to like give it to me. But he says he needs some smokes, and I'm still waiting on the next check from my parents. So like, do you think you could help
I'll
me
lend you,
grab a
like-
couple?
I'll lend you a couple bucks. How much?
I might need like 26.
Dinner's on you once you get your check.
Fair.
And he'll pull out his wallet and hand it to him.
He'll grab what he needs, and then he'll hand it back to you. Hey, see you back at the dorm tonight, roomie.
All right, see you, man. And he'll head off to his bio.
All right, as you leave, the rap music starts playing again.
Again, having probably gotten very much used to this kind of music, like, not like he unconsciously like nods a little bit to the beat that he's heard before.
And you make your way to bio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up would be Daniel. So, Daniel, it's like day 3 of you being at school, and what you thought you'd gotten away from in Germany really ain't been the case.
The fame or the bullying?
The fame you got away from.
Yay!
And pretty much, like, it hasn't been bad, but you've been getting, like, some looks, or, like, when you've been a little too clumsy in, like, science class and stuff like that, you've been getting some looks here or there. You're making your way through the rec area, and you notice this one really tall person kind of staying there, and this person looks like the kind of person that could handle about, like, anything.
It is time for Timon to make his move, I think. Daniel's going to pluck up all of his courage and walk up to this young man and tap him on the back of the right shoulder. "Excuse me, sir. I would like to offer a proposition, if at all possible."
As you, like, tap on their back a little bit below their shoulder, you kind of see their shoulders kind of jerk a little bit. And then they turn around, and you notice that this person was wearing pants, and they actually have, like, longer hair that goes down. And then she turns around, and you see a person that looks like that. And then she goes, who are you?
Um, my friends, sometimes they call me Timon because I am very small.
Okay. Do you have a normal name, Timon?
Oh, my normal name, right. People have those. My normal name is, I was not prepared for this. My normal name is Daniel. What is your name?
She kind of pulls back a little bit. Oh, well, my name's Sakura.
I was not expecting you to have that name. I will be perfectly honest. But it suits you. It suits you very nice. You seem very strong, Sakura. I was wondering if I might be able to help you with your studies in exchange for help. The other boys, they keep on punching me, kicking me down. They keep on giving me a hard time. I just want to do my studies.
I mean, I could always use a little help. Why do you think I'm strong, though?
Because you are strong. Are you not?
I mean, yeah, I'm on the kickboxing team, but
Strong.
okay. Well, Daniel, I gotta get to class, but here's my PDA number so you can text me if someone does something to you.
Thank you very much. I will send you a message, and then you will have mine. And if you need any help with any homework, I am versed in many subjects. Then I will do my best to try and help you.
Okay, well,
Not saying that you can't handle it. I'm sure you can.
Well, it's been real fun, and she kind of grabs her backpack off the picnic table. I really gotta get to class, though.
Good luck. I imagine this is the point where Daniel looks down at the clock on his PDA, and his eyes go buggy.
You noticed that you were late for class 3 minutes ago.
Daniel is going to run full speed.
You do.